So it is Friday, March 5th, 2021, and I'm gonna do my recap. Good day, good day. Not outwardly. Let's just put it like that. Not absolutely fantastic, but a pretty good day. I mean, my best day since I started my trading account. I'm up 3,400. I think my best day before was like 2,700, so $700 up from that last trading day. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm not ecstatic, I guess I would be ecstatic if it would be like five, ten, $20,000, but obviously with the size that I'm trading, it's tough. I mean, I guess to get to five, $6,000, that is doable. I could have done it here in this trading NCLH, but yeah, step by step. It's been a good week. It's been my best week ever too. I'm up by $200. This week I'm up almost $7,000. I'm up $6,900 this week, probably a little bit more, give or take with how TradingView calculates. Because, like, for example, sorry, it says that I made today 3,386. While in reality I made 3,397. I mean, it's $8, $9. Who gives a shit? Honestly, who gives a shit? So yeah, let's just see what happened today. Well, I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy with my performance. I reached target levels, so I was patient. I was reaching target levels, so I'm happy with that. I didn't just panic and sell and just yeah, not just trading, so to speak, like I did yesterday in some occasions where I just exited before it was obviously too early. So I mean, things are just like cracking even more. So obviously there was more opportunity for me to make more money. But what would I done better? Obviously, it's my best day, but there's still many things that I could have done better. So I think patience. I wasn't still, although I'm getting better at patience. I'm getting much better at that, but still, patience was is something that I could have done much better. And how? Well, you have this trade here in NCLH where I had, honestly, like, look at these amazing entries, right? I had these great entries in NCLH. I mean, let's go step by step. So my first trade of the day was Riot, and this setup is just not working anymore. The breakout, there's just not any breakouts. Basically speaking, these guys, at least in the stocks that I'm trading, it's tough to have any breakout. A couple of weeks ago, breakouts were all over the place. It was hard to miss a breakout. Well, I think now with the market sentiment, it seems to be like yeah, that breakouts are not working and breakdowns is the setup right now. So I went long Riot 600 shares. I didn't want to commit to it because it didn't seem such a viable trade. So I went long 600 shares right at the open. I saw a lot of sellers. I wanted to see the breakout, the 1 minute opening drain breakout, but that didn't happen. Got stopped out, 50 cents, hard stop, down $300, not a big deal. And then I went short MRA. So I went short MRA. I went short I went short 600 shares in the beginning at 32.60. So that was a great entry, 931. So right over here. I wanted to see the breakdown of the daily open. That was my setup, and then I added 1,100 shares as soon as I could, kind of, because I shorted. I added. I was, because you have to do it like manually. You have to click the arrows over here. I have it disabled right now because I don't want to trade anymore. But you have to click the arrows over here, and it takes a little bit of time. It's time consuming. Um, so yeah, I added 1100, 37.35, and then it got down. And okay, could I have been more patient? I guess so. But this stock was just gapping down so much that yeah. So let's just take a look at the exits for a second. Okay, so I covered 400 at 31.94 because my first target was the previous day close. That was my first target over here because you never know if it can bounce. Obviously, fuck, these things are just cracking, dude. Fucking it. They're just cracking, cracking, crack. Yeah, I mean, I have this dilemma where I should be trading a little bit longer, but I already made, decent money. For me, I mean, for other people, $3,400 is a joke. For me, it's decent money, at this point in my career. Hopefully, it will be a joke in the near future, right? So, um, Yeah, so my first target was previously closed, partial 400, maybe a little bit too much. Then yeah, I did it partial too much over here. I did, yeah, it didn't reach the next target. I did it partial too much. I took out 400, 700 bucks. Yeah, I did it partial too much. That is true. My target should have been 3130, and if not 3060. So that was a mistake. You see, I didn't exercise patience there. That was a little bit of my mistake there. Yeah, I have to recognize that. So, let's see what happened. Okay, here we go. Much better. Wow, things are just like just getting destroyed, man. These Bitcoin stocks and EV stocks. Wow, they're getting absolutely murdered. Damn, I'm not part of it. Well, that's the thing, dude. I was up like, just imagine if I really follow my target and just one trade with 1,700 bucks. And how much is that? That's 2,500 and 700. That's 40. That would be like a $4,000 trade, man. Just like following I mean, not right. Let's just say it would be a $3,000 trade, at least. So it just goes to show like how patience is key. Um, like in the book of the reminiscence of a stock operator, you make money in the sitting, and it is so true. And maybe I only sit for 15, 20 minutes, but you just make fucking money in the sitting, man. You just really, yeah, it's just key, man. It's just fucking key. So yeah, I covered. Then I went short in CLH. Then I covered some more 3150. Okay, let's just stick with this trade with MRA. I covered short MRA at 3150. Sorry, at 3150. So over here. I mean, not even R1, L1. Sorry, 3150, and then I exited 3087. Yeah, yeah. So around here, not good, not good. Honestly, not good. I mean, how much money did I make in MRA? 1,500 bucks was my best trade for today, but not good. Yeah, I should have been more. I should have. I should have let it play out a little bit more. To be honest, that was not my best trading. That was not my best trading. And NCLH, on the other hand, I did have a better day. I did have a better trade, although I missed out on a lot. I missed out on basically this whole move. Fucking A. I missed out on all that move, and I don't know, man. Now I feel like I should have kept trading. There's good opportunities here. Bounce off of L5, keeps coming down. You have plug coming down. You have Riot that got also bounced. But you never know, dude. You never know if the market pulls back. It's better to just after 10 o'clock. I'm not that good, so it's better if I just walk away with my profits and call it a day. I think maybe I should stay a little bit longer. Chill a little bit and just take maybe smaller positions like I did later in the Riot. Something I'm gonna have to look at. But yeah, I went short NCLH. I went short 1,000 shares, 29.94. I mean, I just had like a perfect like just breakdown. It was this playbook trade between L4 and L5. Target is generally speaking L5, although in this time I didn't do such a great job in GameStop. Everything is coming down and GameStop is ripping up, which is hilarious. But market sentiment. um, I think market sentiment is very important, and that's something that I missed. I mean, LCLH yesterday just gapped down pretty heavily, and it just really showed that it had the intention to come down. I should have the same thing with the Bitcoin stocks, right? Market sentiment, something that I instead of being like so caught up and taking partials like quickly, and I should be more aware of market sentiment and see how stocks perform and so on. It's important. That's very important, and I failed to do that today. I really failed. Not only in MRA but in NCLH. And okay, 2,000 shares, cool. Breakdown over here. I partialed out a little bit here. Right, I partialed. So I added. Okay, so I went short. I added tight stop because I was already up. My stop was above 30.08 or 30.07, something like that. You say I put the stops here. But yeah, I partial 300, which was big. That was a big partial. I should have done 200, I guess, or 100. So 29.67, right? So around here. What was the time? Let me see the time. Okay, there we go. I can see the time now. Pardon me. 9:41. So over here, then I parsed a little bit more on 944 over here, just in case there was like some support, which obviously there wasn't. And then I partialed at 940. I partialed a little bit more here at 29.15. So basically, right at my I'm happy about that. Right at my target level, 29. And then I just exited like too quickly here. I just like, okay, this is my target level to reach. Let's get out because you never know. No, dude. If it reaches your target level, it's tough, man. It's tough to gauge it sometimes. That's why market sentiment is very important, right? Because you never know. Not you never know, but you should be aware of the possibilities, right? Especially here, because it bounced up. It bounced a little bit here, right? I had this indecision candle, but it wasn't a really strong candle, so I should have been aware of that. And then they come down. Okay, they come down to the whole number. So I'm like, okay, maybe it is gonna um, it is going to bounce off of that. But what should have been my behavior or my thought process should have been, okay, the stock is obviously weak. The market is coming down. What could I be doing? What I should be doing right now is, since that's what's happening, I should see if there is resistance, if there's support, pardon me, at this level. If there is support at this level, then okay, I can get out. There is support. It is a strong level of support. I should get out. But if not, why? And especially analyzing market sentiment, because when the market is a little bit, you just don't know where it's going, right? It's a little bit, indecisive or whatnot. But obviously, I think the news reports weren't the best. I didn't really follow the news, but I think like jobless claims or I don't know something like that wasn't wasn't as expected or whatever. But you have to gauge market sentiment, and it has to be something that goes into how I'm trading, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So I paid the price. I mean, honestly, I left over $1,000 on the table. I left over $1,000 on the table. So that is a little bit frustrating in a way. That was a little bit frustrating because, but it's a learning process. This is next time I'm gonna have that aware. I'm moving in the right direction. Before I would have probably exited here and here and here and here. I want to never, let it go all the way down. So, um, it's positive that I did do it. And similar to Riot, I did something the same, right? I fell in the first one, but then I went short 500 shares, and I didn't want to go, too heavy, although it was a great setup. But then again, you never know. So went short for this breakdown over here, and the 5 minute it also looked fantastic. So I went short, covered one share by mistake, covered another share at 41.35. So maybe a little bit too early here too, but then I let the rest play out, and I almost got out in this candle over here. Okay, got it at 40.70, the last one over here, because at 40 was showing a lot of support, right? The low was 40 or 40.22. So I almost got at L5, and then I just quit. Not quit, but I stopped trading for the day. I should have maybe, waited a little bit, a few more minutes. There was a good short opportunity here. But yeah, I'm up 3,400, up 7,000 for the week basically. So I almost made half of my money for the week today. So it was a good week before, 3,500 bucks. I mean, so and so, right? It's been not the best week ever. It could have been the best week. I mean, it has been the best week ever, but it could have been like crazy week, because I came down. I had to battle through a lot, man. I mean, I was down 1,500 the first day. The second day, I lost money. No, no big deal. But the Wednesday again, I'm down almost 1,500 and make it all back. And then yesterday, same thing. I'm down 800 and I get up to 1,000. And okay, today I was down 300 almost. So I've had to battle through a lot this week. I had to battle through a lot, and if I would have been a little bit more precise and more patient, I would have been able to make much more. This could have been easily a $10,000 week. So, but it's fine. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'm gauging my performance. I'm learning. Yeah, I think market sentiment. That's what I have to analyze better, and even better. I'm getting much better at target. I'm hitting my targets, but I have to do even better than that because MRA should have been a superstar. I mean, superstar trade for me, right? MRE should have been much better than what it was. So yeah, I partially. I mean, I wish TradeStation had Cameroon up to the points. I mean, come on, dude, you fucking have these. Well, whatever. I should have done much better, man. I shouldn't have taken maybe a little small partial here, if anything. If anything. Maybe a small partial here, but I partialed out here and here. I didn't let it go all the way down, and I should have done. I should have let it. Market sentiment. It was coming down from yesterday, didn't it? It was coming down from the day before. Obviously, there's correction, and I know it's a mess. It looks bad, but well, I'm not gonna take the indicator, put it back on. I mean, maybe find support around here. Yeah, maybe we could find support. It's coming into levels of support, so we'll see. Maybe next week it rebounds a little bit, but yeah, I should have done better in that aspect, honestly. Especially in NCLH, man. I at least leave a portion. Leave a third of your position, especially if it's gapping down like that. Leave a third. Why not? Why not, dude? Leave a fucking third. Why do you have to exit? 1,000 shares just like that. Leave a third. It's another $500, in your pocket just by sitting. Put your stop wherever you think. That's something that I did better yesterday in a trade. I put a stop exactly where I thought that the partial, the position, if it moved against me, I thought that was the last point at where it made sense to hold the position. I didn't do that today. I should have done it. I really should have done it in NCLH. There was a perfect way of doing that. Just what was my target? My target was 2019, 29.15. Okay, it got past that target. I never really came back. I mean, it didn't even touch over here. So what I should have done is just put my stop loss over here, my stop market order. If it hits it, dude, it hit your target. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. It's fine. It reached your target, and you never know if it can pull back later. But if it doesn't, look at all this downside momentum. Downside move. So yeah. I made a mistake. I made a mistake there. I did. So yeah, still have to keep working on my patience for my winning trades, for my losing trades. I have to exit them even earlier than what I've been doing this past week. But for my winning trades, I have to exercise patience. And if it reaches a target, partial, and see if it holds. If it holds, if it holds, another partial, and just move your stops, move my stops up, right? So yeah, I mean, I'll be doing a recap of the week tomorrow, I think, and gauging the objectives for next week, what I did wrong, what I did right this week, which I'm kind of doing right now, but I will do it more in depth. So yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the recap. I think I covered pretty much everything for the week. And end of the day, I'm grateful. It's 4 green days, 1 red day. My red day was $383, which is the best red day I've had since January, I think. Right? I mean, every red day was just terrible. So yeah, it was my best red day since January 11th. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy because I tend to lose a lot of money, not because, especially because I overtrade. So I'm happy that this red day, although I was green, I gave it a little bit of money back. Not a big deal. This has been my best red day since January 11th. So cool. I'm trending in the right direction. Lot to learn. I don't consider myself an expert. I don't consider myself a good trader. Actually, I mean, I consider myself. I don't consider I am a profitable trader so far. So yeah, that's it. That's my recap for today, and yeah, if anybody watches it, just if you have any questions, I mean, who gives a fuck, man? Nobody's gonna watch it regardless. So, but yeah, if anybody watches it, feel free to drop a question if you want or whatever. Okay, have a good one.